want to talk today about embracing the chaos. In the wonderful game of Dungeons and Dragons, and in fact in tabletop role-playing games in general, there's one game position that requires more prep, more reading, more energy than all the others. Dungeon Master, Game Master, Lore Master, Narrator, whatever you want to call it, every role-playing game needs someone to describe the adventure, to stock the world, to referee the rules. The limitless creativity of a human being that runs the game differentiates this awesome hobby from video games or card games, etc. And as fun as those hobbies might be, nothing can substitute for the limitless and immersive world that the creativity of a human being can create as a dungeon master or as a game master. But being a DM isn't just work, it's also rewarding. The best DMs understand that you are first and foremost a storyteller. The players will rely on you to feel immersed in the world and like their actions are valued, like their ideas are valued. And a crucial part of fostering that feeling is the DM skill of improvisation. And I think that too often we as DMs attempt the impossible. We try to fight against the natural rule of tabletop role-playing games. So what is the natural rule of tabletop role-playing games? The natural rule is chaos. Bringing other people into the collective storytelling process means that the narrative is going to be chaotic. There will be an element of chaos, and it not just should be that way, but it absolutely 100% will be that way. There is no way to plan exactly what players will do. And if you're a new or aspiring dungeon master, accepting the rule of chaos is crucial to getting the most out of your game. And this applies both to prepping for your Dungeons and Dragons game as well as running and actually sitting down and playing the game. As far as prep goes, trying to nail down the exact path the players will take is a fool's errand. Chaos will happen, and players are unpredictable, and that's a good thing. A great deal of the enjoyment of running a game is seeing how the players respond to challenges. And perhaps you as a DM didn't even have a solution in mind for those challenges. And regardless, players' enjoyment comes from the character's agency. So defining an exact path for the character to take takes away that character's agency and decreases and robs the player of enjoyment. So it's not even beneficial for either side to fight against the chaos. And on the other end, trying to instead detail every little corner of a setting so that wherever the players want to go, they're free to, they can, quote, go anywhere, right? But that, in a sense, is also fighting an unwinnable war against the chaos. First off, it's overly time-consuming and often futile. Players will see 1% of the 1% of the setting rather than the 99% that you plan for, and often, even with all the time in the world to plan and prep and create a setting, they will go to a place or do a thing that you inevitably didn't expect them to. Chaos will always ensue. So what's left? Well, in my view, the answer is to embrace the chaos. See the unpredictability as a feature of the game rather than a bug, and this is where a DM's improvisational skill comes in real handy. So tools that help improvisation are far more invaluable than any sort of other prep. Any prep work that helps you create a fast and narratively rich response to whatever the players decide to do is going to come way more in handy than any specific prep about, like, is the room 45 feet long or 50 feet long? Does it contain an ogre? Does it contain a half ogre? Those specific details are, cheap and only valuable in one specific element that doesn't really have any creative or narrative excitement to it. But a tool that allows you to create a narratively exciting response to whatever the players decide to do, that is going to be far more valuable as a way to spend your DM prep time. And so, in my opinion, the best way as a DM to enjoy and participate in this hobby efficiently is to embrace the chaos. You have to learn to adapt to it and relish the little gym moments that no amount of DM prep work can plan for, that just simply arise by playing. I appreciate you watching this video, and consider liking and subscribing if you'd like to see more Dungeons & Dragons related video. I post stuff for DMs as well as players, and I hope you found this useful.